health, hot takes, the man, the legend. Go for it. What's your hot take?
Hello everybody, I'm Vishaal from YouTube Health, and I am very disappointed to see the social media ban applying to YouTube. I think it's going to be really difficult now for teens to access high quality educational information that they are using to help them with their exams, to help them feel more connected to the world, help them learn new life skills. And it's going to be really unfortunate that they would lose access to that. And I also think that they then lose access to some of the amazing protective features that we have on the platform. You take a break reminder, short speed timer that creates some balance so that, empowers you to navigate the online world, which is such an important life skill, but do so in a safe and age-appropriate way. Now, with a ban, it looks like you either lose your access to YouTube, or if you do have access, it's going to be via your parents' account or via a logged out experience, at which point it will not be an age-appropriate, safe, curated experience that is developed for teens. I think it's unfortunate, and we will continue fighting the good fight to try and keep young viewers protected on the platform and give them all the high-quality education that we can whilst they can still access it.
Okay, so for context, social media ban in the UK for under 16s, right? I wrestle with this. You're a parent, I'm a parent. There are clear risks and harms that occur that we also feel the negative effects as adults. And so there are lots of people who will say, actually, a ban would be great. And we're like, everyone's trying to figure out what's going on in Australia. So what do you say to the people who are like, yeah, actually, I'm really happy that there is a ban because I'm really struggling with how to protect my child?
Look, I think, I can only speak for YouTube, and I would say a couple of things there. I would say, first of all, it's inevitable that your children are going to be accessing and engaging with the online world. Now, if they don't do it when they're 13, 14, 15, they're going to do it when they're 16, 17. So it suddenly is going to be all up to them to figure out at that age. Whereas if they could start at the age of 13 with their own account on YouTube, being supervised and having some parental controls, it will help parents guide their children through the experience, supervise them, and they can then be a lot more comfortable navigating the online world themselves as they get older. I also think we need to educate parents and help them understand how to have those conversations with their children about what their children are watching online, try to create a really open relationship between the parents and the children, because otherwise what's happening is it becomes a bit of a silo. Children are doing all of XYZ online and the parents have got no visibility at all, and you can't turn a blind eye to it because they're going to find a way to do it anyway.
I think that was a really important point, that if you just do a ban, how do you build the skill set that when, it's kind of like us as adults, many of us have not been digital natives. So we're exhibiting a lot of the anti-patterns and addictions. I hadn't thought about this this point around actually, like, how do we make sure that the exposure to it in a safe way does help you build up some of the scaffolding in your mind and in your experience to be able to discern what's good for me, what's valuable for me, when is enough, what is not right, etc.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else to share on like what you guys are trying to do in terms of safety at YouTube?
So, we're doing a lot in the teen mental health space right now. So we have been funding the Mental Health Innovations Organization this year to create content on topics such as loneliness and bullying, specifically aimed at teens, and looking forward to that launching later this year.
And final thing, the first thing you said in terms of disagreeing, I guess lots of people say, well, of course someone from YouTube will disagree with the ban. What would you say to them?
But I would say that, there's an awareness gap here. So actually, what I'm trying to do is share some insights about what we are doing to create a safe platform. And I appreciate that other platforms are maybe not putting these measures in place. And so they need to be looked at differently. But, I think there's a lot of parents out there who are just not aware of all the different parental controls that we have available that can be used. And I speak very much personally as well as a dad of 2 kids going into their teenage years. And I see how much that they're already using YouTube, how much they're learning from YouTube.
What are they watching on YouTube?
Right now, they're watching a lot of Maddie Moat and some of the beekeeping content that she has got. And they're also watching a lot of MC Grammar and the times table. So that's helping me out when I'm doing the maths revision with my son. So look, these are some fantastic programs out there, and I want them to keep being able to engage with YouTube as they get older. So
thank you, Vishaal. Awesome. Thanks.